Hey guys, hi, this is me Sona Singh and welcome to GeeklyEDU. Well, you must have heard about the SpaceX and Elon Musk talking about taking man to Mars. You must have heard that NASA is already preparing to land humans on Moon and the next target obviously is Mars. But guess who has done it already? Yes, the Hollywood, right? So you must have seen the great movie called Martian where an astronaut team lands into the Mars and actually accidentally leaves behind one of their astronauts, that is Mark Whitney. What happens then? Well, Mark Whitney is stranded on the Mars and then he decides to grow crops to survive until the next mission can come and pick him back. Quite a great pickup, don't you think? But well, what do you think? Is it scientifically accurate? Let us try to decode the Martian movie bits by bits. So he tried to grow plants and specifically he tried to grow potatoes. How scientifically accurate is that? So what does growing plant anywhere, even on Earth, require? So plants do photosynthesis, that is how they survive. We can order Domino's or MacD. Plants don't need Domino's or MacD, they can simply make it out in the sun. So they need sun and they need this pigment called, green pigment called chlorophyll so that they can absorb sun's energy, right? And carbon dioxide, why? That is their source of carbon and obviously water. So CO2 plus water, they combine in presence of sunlight and they use the energy of the sun to create what? Starch and oxygen, of course. So we need a source of carbon dioxide. Now on Mars, if you find there is 95% carbon dioxide, well, that should be a good thing, right? Let us first understand why do we need higher carbon dioxide. In photosynthesis, there is a very important enzyme called ribosco. Ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. That means this enzyme can add carbon dioxide if it has more carbon dioxide, or it can cheat. It can go and do something with oxygen if it has more oxygen. Good thing, on Mars, it's mostly carbon dioxide. 95% of Martian atmosphere is carbon dioxide. That doesn't mean you have plenty of carbon dioxide. Wait, what? 95%? You have only 0.04% on Earth. Why 95% is not good enough? Because Mars is smaller. The diameter of Mars is almost around half of the Earth, and well, the mass is also less. That means less gravity. Less gravity means its atmosphere would be a lot thinner. To be exact, NASA says around 100 times thinner than that of Earth, because its gravity is around 38 times that of Earth. So that means less gases. Yes, it's mostly carbon dioxide, but thanks to the way that ribosco, the enzyme of photosynthesis, works, just having good enough carbon dioxide works for us. So carbon dioxide requirement does check out. Water. Mark Whitney did a very cool experiment. He used a chemical, hydrazine, to create water, and H2 plus O2 goes pop, and there you have water. I hope you remember that scene, right? So that also checks out that yes, he could have created water. But sun, well, it's a little farther, around 49 million miles farther from sun than Earth, but that's okay. That's enough because of thin atmosphere. You'll get plenty of sunlight, not a big deal. Now, plants require a particular period of sunlight to grow, and that also checks out because on Earth, the revolution is 24 hours or give or take a few minutes. And on Mars also, it's 24 hours and some minutes. And that is almost same, almost on Earth and on Mars. You have a 24-hour day on Earth and it's nearly 24 plus a few minutes on Mars. So sunlight does check out. The next thing is chlorophyll. Well, plants do have chlorophyll, but there's a catch. And the catch is, what do you need to make chlorophyll and other enzymes that plants need? So you need a lot of minerals. So if you compare Martian soil and Earth soil, it comes out about to have all the essential nutrients that plants actually need, and that's a good thing. But It depends on where do you land. Now let's assume that he landed on a good surface and that's okay. But there's more. There's some nutrients that's not too much present, and that is why you need organic matter. Now Mark Whitney used his own poop, right? So he used his own feces, and his feces also carried bacteria. Now let me tell you, your gut flora, the bacteria in your stomach, they can actually convert amino acids and urea, the primary product of your urine, into ammonia, which can be easily absorbed. So he has nitrogen, he has other sort of things, other nutrients that he needs from his own poop, from his own urine. So he has that as well. What else do you need for photosynthesis? Do you think plants had everything that they need? Until now, I think it checks out. It has almost everything that we need. Now, what's the problem? The problem is Martian soil also has a lot of percolate, a form of chlorine. Now, the problem with percolate is it gets into the plant system slowly but can be harmful for plants. It's also harmful for humans, and when Mark Whitney was planting potatoes would have absorbed some amounts of perchlorate. That doesn't mean the plants won't grow, but yes, it will definitely retard the growth of plants, and it is harmful for humans as well. Scientists right now, actually NASA is working with a plant called water hyacinth. This plant can cure Martian soil and accumulate the percolate inside us. So that's one way that we are going about it. But yes, in short term, I think that would not be a big of problem, which it wasn't for Mark Whitney. So that also. Now let's talk a little bit about the plant that Mark Whitney was growing, and yes, you will say that was potatoes. Potatoes have adventitious stems. That means there are little buds in the potato, and when you cut and plant them down, they will grow in plants, right? So potato was indeed growing there. It could grow because it has adventitious buds there which can grow. So that also checks out. Now let's talk about temperature variations. Now obviously plants also need a fair range of temperature, but on Mars the temperature does vary a lot. But since we know that Mark Whitney did the farming all inside his own hub, modifying it, so temperature did not become a problem, even though on Mars the temperature varies a lot. And this is being kept in mind when we are designing experiments where we want to grow, right? So we see that carbon dioxide, check, water, check, chlorophyll, check, sunlight, check, duration of sunlight, check, and minerals, check. So everything that plants need was present on Mars, or was engineered by Mark Whitney, and the movie depicts a fairly accurate form of farming as Mark Whitney colonized Mars. Now, if you think this video helped you, make sure you share this with your friends, and we can bring more exciting such videos and discuss amazing things that movies and Hollywood shows to you. And do remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel GeeklyEDU. Thank you so much.